One of my biggest dreams when I was in my 20s was to go to the North and the South Pole, to sail south towards Antarctica and to go and to fly across the Earth to the North Pole. Now, I was a PhD student in my 20s, I had barely any money, but this dream became so alive on the inside of me. It burned so powerfully in my heart that I just couldn't not pursue it. And I went through trials, I tried everything in my power to make a way and to find a way to make this dream a reality. And I tell the adventures and I tell this story in my book, The Pursuit of Dreams. Now, after I came back, people were beginning to ask me, can you please tell us how to do it, how to fulfill our dreams, how did you do it? And back then, I couldn't really tell what was the difference. What was it so particular about that dream? What was the difference between ideas that I had that simply failed? After a while, I just didn't have the energy and the drive to keep pursuing them. And this particular dream about going to Antarctica and to the North Pole, that no matter how hard or difficult the process and the steps of faith got, I just kept going and going and going. And if you look at your own dreams, at your own life, you have ideas. Maybe you look around at what other people are doing, maybe you think of what opportunities in terms of business or money are out there, and you start. But after a while, after a week, a month or so, the enthusiasm just drains out of you and you give up, you quit. But if you find that dream that lights up your spirit, lights up your heart on the inside, no matter how hard it gets, you just keep going and going and going. That's the thing that gives you the passion that burns on the inside of you, that gives you life, that gives you the fuel to keep going. So, but back then, I couldn't tell the difference. And the thing is, you cannot teach somebody how to fulfill a dream, because the secret and the key to fulfilling your dreams is to live in truth, which means, first of all, the spirit of truth, the heart, must be lit up by the Holy Spirit on the inside. And when the Holy Spirit of God lights up your heart on the inside about a dream, when He stirs up your heart to go pursue something, He will also empower you to pursue it. And that's faith. Faith is not something that you can create. It's not something that you can muster up through affirmations or positive thinking or all this nonsense. Faith is a gift given by the Almighty Father in heaven, placed in your heart as a seed for something. And when that gift from heaven comes into your heart and lights you up for an idea, for a calling in life, for a passion, for a destiny, if you honor it, if you say, okay, this is what lights me up from above, this is the gift that God put in me to pursue, it lights you up and you keep going. The moment faith comes in, it lights you on fire for something and you keep going. So that's the foundation of dreams. Is not to look around at what other people are doing. It's not even to look at competition or to look at market opportunities or money or any of that kind of stuff. The secret to purpose, to fulfillment, and to dreams fulfilled is faith placed in your heart by God. And when God gives you this gift of faith for something, you return the gift by believing what you have on the inside. I want to share a story from the book of Hebrews. It says that, urged on, prompted, moved by faith, the people crossed the Red Sea as though on dry land. But when the Egyptians tried to do the same thing, they were swallowed up by the sea. So, when the people of Israel were prompted, were moved by faith, and they acted on it, everything in their path opened up. The Red Sea parted, and they just went for it. But when other people tried to do the same, They were swallowed up by the sea. So you are not to look at people. You are not to do like what others are doing. You are to keep your eyes on Jesus. You are to keep your eyes looking on him who is invisible, and then prompted by faith, by what he speaks and puts in your heart, you go for it. Otherwise, the world will swallow you. So when you become on fire, lit up on the inside of you by faith, because faith is the sign that God has given you a dream. So when he puts something in you, you go for it. Do you know, I tried to go to Antarctica and the North Pole a few years after, and that never happened again, because that dream, that plan was for that particular season in my life. Once that has been fulfilled, a new thing came. New books, new adventures, new dreams, bigger dreams to build bigger projects and so on. But because that dream to go to Antarctica, because I obeyed what God had placed in my heart and I went for it, that's when I was being shaped by God to act and to live by faith. And had I had given up on that dream, had I not dared to be faithful in that thing, everything that happened in my life after would have probably never happened. So whatever stirs up your heart on the inside, whatever you are burning with on the inside, given to you by the Holy Spirit, believe him, act on him, and you will see how the Red Sea and everything before you parts. But if you go based on what you see other people doing, on what you think, on what you reason, the world can swallow you up. So believe God and go for it.